Creative ways to get more real estate listings as a realtor, as a real estate agent. Hi, I'm Paul R. Atkinson, your professional coach. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you about 5 things that are so creative right now in today's marketplace that it will leave you with a ton of business. And you want to watch this video all the way to the end. I'm going to show you these 5 things that you could use right now to get more listings in your real estate business. So, by far, I want to tell you that by far, this is my favorite topic. I love getting new listings. I love to work with the sellers. You know, when you have a seller, it means that, it's like they say cash is king. You ever heard that term? When you've got a seller, you really have got a lot of opportunities. Because inside of you having the ability to work with that seller and have that listing, there are a couple of dynamics that you should be aware of. When you have a listing, it is really predictable and projectable that you will have anywhere from 3 to 5 new listings. 3 to 5 more new listings. As long as you follow the protocol and canvas and work the area, you get a listing and you go around a neighborhood and tell them, hey, I've listed this property, and you're doing mail outs and you tell them just listed and all that stuff, and you stay connected, you tend to get 3 to 5 more listings by far. I promise you. And then on top of that, the dynamics of this too is that when you have a listing, you tend to get anywhere from about maybe 4 to even 7 new buyers. And that comes about because, people see your sign and they call you. That gives you buyers. People see your listing syndicated all throughout the world, and they want to talk to you, the head person. They don't want to talk to anybody else. They want to come straight to you. That gives you more buyers. Do open houses. You do them yourself. You can get more buyers. It's amazing. So I just want to set the tone for you on that because it is my favorite topic to talk about. So let's get into it, what you're here for and what you really want to see, these 5 things that you can use in order to be more creative and get more listings. The first thing is, number 1, you have to have the right mindset in order for you to be able to get more listings. Why would I say mindset? Why do you need a strong mindset to get listings? You know why? Because it's not easy to get listings. You have to present in front of the seller. It's not even, even when the seller is a family member and, it's the pastor or it's like the cousin, it still have to be some kind of presentation going on. And if you're going to do a presentation, you definitely have to have the right mindset. And you should be able to have some positive thoughts to know that no matter what happens, they're going to go with you. And no matter what happens, I'm going to find out everything I need to know and make sure that this listing is a success. The right mindset. Do not have a weak mind. When you have the right mindset, that is when you're able to not only get that listing, but you're able to get more listings on top of that because you have the right mindset. It's very important. Number 2, you must have selling skills. And selling skills is you being able to take that seller in a listing presentation from the point of liking you, connecting with you, trusting you, and believing in you, to getting their motivation behind why they're selling and where they're wanting to go. And there's a couple of techniques that you could use to do this. And one of them is the association technique. The other one is the mirroring technique. The other one is the psychological reciprocity. These techniques help the seller to like you very, very quickly in the first 60 seconds. I guarantee it. And then you're getting their fact find. You're finding out their motivation. So a couple of ways that you could find the motivation for a seller is to ask some questions like this. Like, here's a good example. So, Mr. Seller, thank you so much for having me here. I'm delighted, and I feel so comfortable with you, and I'm sure you do too. I'm just curious to know, when we actually get this house sold, what will you want to do next? That's cool, isn't it? It's sweet. Oh! Isn't that smooth? It's smooth. It's smooth. It's smooth. It's smooth. I do it in coaching all the time. It is smooth. It's not the traditional, like what you probably see out there. People say, oh, so why do you want to sell? What motivating you to sell? Nah, squash that. Squash it. I want you to connect with the seller. 5 Steps to the Sale, my second book in the description, 5 Steps to the Sale. Look at it. What we do, we make that connection, and then we tell them, oh, we're so grateful to be here, and we were just wondering, after we sell this house, what are you going to do next? Like, what's going on? That helps you to project them. Number one, you pre-program them to say, hey, you know what? This is the guy or gal that's going to sell my house, and then they're so nice enough to want to know what I'm going to do after they sell the house. And then it just opens up, man. It's just like the heart just pours out. Basically, you got that listing already by following that technique. But that's important. I want you, all jokes aside, I want you to know that these are some of the things that you need to do. You have to have selling skills. And it even goes on where after you're doing things like this to get that motivation through the seller, you're able to create the curiosity to say, hey, you know what? Wow, I see what you want to do. I'm here. I could help you with all of that. Oh, my goodness, I'm going to make everything so smooth. Booms. That's step 2. And step 2 in the 5 Steps of the Sale is curiosity. You make them hungry to hear your proposal. And then when they're nice and hungry and ready to hear your proposal, you're just going to lay out the feast right there on the table and be like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do open house. I'm going to do that. I'm going to respond back to you. I'm going to give you feedback. You said you wanted a realtor that's going to give you feedback after every show, and I'm that one. It's a lot of stuff in selling skills, but don't worry. We've got it all laid out for you. We have a course that helps you to become a successful listing agent right from day one. Go in the description of this video, click on the link, look at the testimonials, look at the results of other agents just like you, what they're getting achieved in getting more listings in their pipeline. So important. Number 3, you must have a leads system, a seller lead system in place. And where can the seller leads come from? Here are the tips. I want you to write it down. You can get seller leads from the MLS. You can go into your MLS and you can create an expired listing search or canceled listing search for yourself. And you be alerted when that happens in your marketplace. And then every time you're alerted, you can go through with that alert and contact that seller by either phone call. Well, if you don't subscribe to one of these things that get you the phone calls and make sure they're not on the do not call list and all that stuff, then I would be very careful when you're making that phone call. But here is why did I tell you this is my favorite? I love to door knock. Woohoo! Door knocking! I love it. So you get that expired listing, cancel listing, put on your outfit, 1-page flyer, ding dong. Hi. I'm the best realtor. We have a script for you in the description of this video. It's free. My gift to you, our gift to you. Okay, you can have it. Click on the link in the description of the video and get the free script. It's easy to do. You can use the MLS to get free leads of sellers. They've expired. And think about it. If they didn't sell, then, here's a story. I'm going to tell you a story real quick. I was told many years ago that when you're a realtor, right, just like in life, they say this, you always want to be the firstborn child because they tend to get everything, right? You always want to be the second wife because they tend to get a better treatment, I guess, of the first wife. And here it is. Here's a ticker. And you always want to be the third realtor. The third realtor. So the first realtor that comes and lists the property, more than likely it's all overpriced and it's not done right. Booms, they failed. They got fired. Second realtor comes and like, what the heck? They still didn't get it right. Fired. But the third realtor come, that seller is worn out. They're ready to go. They're ready to listen. So that's what they say, right? You always want to be the third realtor. Anyway, I'm not saying for you to be the third. I'm not, you know that expired listings are something that of great value. And I could tell you more stories, success stories behind it. But if you trust me and you go in your MLS and you make that search for the expired and canceled listings, and you get in the description of the video here and get your free script, and you start to use the script that we've made for you, it's phenomenal. I can guarantee you do this thing in the next 7 days, you can get a listing. I promise you. I promise you. Follow the script in the next 7 days. 7 days, you can get a listing. It's for sure. It's guaranteed. Pretty much. Call me, text me if it doesn't happen. And I'm going to show you exactly why it didn't happen. But think about all these things that we're telling you. And then another way that you can get seller leads, finally, and then we move on to the next one, you can sign up for referral companies. I don't know what part of the world you're in, but you need to find out what seller leads referral companies are in your area. They're there. I can't call any names right now because I don't know where you are. But I know if you contact me and you're local South Florida, I'll squeeze you off a bone. That's for sure. In the description, there's my phone number. You could text me, hey, Paul, what's the referral company for South Florida or the state of Florida for that matter? I got one for you. I just can't say it right now. But look for the referral companies that will give you seller leads and sign up for them. That's a good way to do it. Number 4, in order for you to create, to think about creative ways on getting more real estate listings, number 4 is for you to be able to always be prospecting. Like, don't stop. My prospecting system is called the IGA, the Income Generating Activity, and I won't fill you in on it right now. If you want to connect with me and get the scoop on it, just text me. In the description, you see my cell phone, you text me, 954-461-1786. Just shoot me a text and I'll teach you the IGA, the Income Generating Activity. There's a method behind it, and I'll just say this. When you go eat in a restaurant, they give you a menu so you can choose what you'd like. Is that correct? Yes? And when they do that, you actually pick something that you feel good about, and you're in the mood to eat. Is that correct? Prospecting is the same way. In order for you to always be prospecting, you should have an IGA system, an income generating activity system, where you have a list of prospecting ideas that you can do, and you just pick what you're in the mood for the day before or early morning, and you make sure you put it on, you're excited about it. And that makes your days phenomenally exciting to prospect every damn day, every day. Seriously, you have to think about this. You always want to be prospecting, and that was number 4. And number 5, finally, and here is something that's so valuable, and I learned this many years ago. My supervisor, my chief, when I was back in the Navy recruiting, he says, hey, Atkinson, you need to always be processing and prospecting. Hey, Atkinson, you need to always be processing and prospecting. I was like, what? Processing and prospecting. So I took it to heart because I'm a guy like that. So whenever I got a deal put together, I just shoved them in the door because I don't really like admin. And then the admin people taking care of all of that stuff to get them closed up. And then while they're getting closed up and they're processing, I'm still prospecting. Processing plus prospecting equal goal. So if I had a goal of I wanted to do $1 million in sales volume for the month, then okay, that's my goal. So if I got a $400,000 contract put together, I'm not stopping prospecting. I'm keeping going. Even when I do let's say you put together the $1 million sales volume. Don't stop. Keep going. Processing plus prospecting equals goal. So that's it for this video, guys. Remember, in the description of the video, click on the link That's going to help you right now to get connected and get more listings under your belt immediately. Click on the link that's going to give you the free script. It's there. Give me a holler. You can just go ahead and text me, Paul, I want to know this, I want to know that. Don't worry, I get it all the time. I very much respond very quickly to you, and we thank you for being part of the community. We are grateful for you to be here. And remember, if you're not part of the community, smash the subscribe button right now and stay a part of us, and give this video a thumbs up, and I hope it was beneficial to you. Until next time, let's go get them, Tiger. I'll see you real soon.